Hey gang, it's JC, and this is Sexually Speaking, sponsored by Dr. Kathy Naughton at the Center for Sexual Health, online at Center for Sexual Health, STL.com. This is where we sort of talk about things that have to do with sex surveys, just getting to know as much as you can possibly learn about just exactly what is going on between men and women and the medicine as applied to situations that people find themselves in when parts of their bodies that have worked for their entire lives suddenly don't always work as well as they're supposed to, and you need somebody like Dr. Kathy Naughton at the Center for Sexual Health to come along. We'll talk about that more here in just a minute. All right, new survey gives you a couple of clues on how to ask for what you want in the bedroom. Let's start with being truthful. That's just a good policy to have no matter what you're doing. People will eventually, if you lie, people are eventually going to figure it out. And it might be 5 days, 5 hours, 5 minutes, 5 years, but eventually they will figure out that you've been lying to them. And so if something's going on and, somebody in bed is not doing exactly what you want them to do, you got to be truthful about it. Otherwise, that's going to resurface somewhere else in the relationship. You're going to have trouble. Number two, you could frame it as a fantasy. Hey, a little tweet or a little text or a little phone message or a little email or something. Hey, this thing happened today and somebody said this and I was thinking about you all day and I was thinking maybe later on when we get together and maybe we could, whatever the case may be. All right, number three, lead by example. If you would like her to, for example, change positions more frequently, well, then you make eye contact. You slowly, very gradually change the position. You maintain that contact, that eye contact. Eye contact, very, very important when it comes to stuff like this. You could make a game out of it. Plant several cards around the house with things that you both desire, and when either of you find a card that have to do with what the card says you want to do to your partner, well, you should be able to take it from that. Interestingly, this survey also lists the things that you should never do in terms of getting what you want in bed, and they include giving orders, wrong place. Nobody likes somebody handing out orders in the first place, and in bed is about the worst place. Turning yourself off emotionally from your partner, criticizing, nobody likes that, and that especially is the wrong place, and making comparisons. Well, my ex-boyfriend used to do this and this and this. Wrong thing to do. All right, Dr. Kathy Naughton, Center for Sexual Health. Online at Center for Sexual Health, STL.com. People have bladder problems. People have erection problems. People have, as women get older, there's all sorts of complications that take place when they're having sex. Vasectomy reversals, just anything that you can imagine that's going to affect your quality of life as it applies to yourself sexually, but not just yourself, because obviously when it comes to this sort of stuff, it is a shared problem. If you're having a problem in bed or something that is preventing you from having freedom of expression sexually, that's not just your problem, that's your partner's problem too, and that is a heavy focus that Dr. Kathy Naughton gives at the Center for Sexual Health, where it is not just your issue, it is your partner's issue too, and that's the best approach on all that thing. Online, Center for Sexual Health, STL.com. Check it out. You may need those services someday, or maybe now. All right, and finally, a British dating site looked at their member profiles to see which characteristics make a person more likely to have sex on the first date, and they found that large women are more likely to give it up. Taller and heavier women are more likely to have first date sex. And for men, one thing most predictive of whether they'll have sex on the first date is marital status. Married guys are easier than single men. This is a British study. Call your travel agent, and we'll see you on the other side of the pond. All right, that's it, Sexually Speaking, for Monday, September 12th, 2011, and we'll do another update for you on Thursday. We update every Monday and Thursday here at jconline.com, part of the Daily Dose. We'll see you next time.